Romo called a play. I was supposed to have a stop route. I said, hey, if he press, I'm going vertical. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not running no stop route. Romo trying to tell me to run a stop route. I ain't running. I'm telling you I'm not running this stop route if he pressed me. Guess what he do? Mr. Badass wanted to press me. Grabbed him by the arm, yanked him down. Romo done threw it to me. I'm talking about him running back in the end zone, got him stiff arming him like this right here. Guess what I do? Flick the ball back. Everybody, the organization, JG, they all knew who that was for. They knew who that shit was for. I ain't see that ball no more after that.
Damn, 88 going off again. Might need to listen to him. What's going on, Cowboys Nation? It's your boy DMV back with another one. So last night, you guys know I did the video on Dak Prescott, Adam Schefter talking about possibly getting another quarterback in the draft, which doesn't make a lot of sense based on the Cowboys' actions, the way that they've been moving. But that's beside the point, because there was something that I missed last night. And I talked about it. I talked about how, you know, Dak is pretty much on a one-year deal, back against the wall. Cee Dee back against the wall until negotiations get done. Micah got a fifth-year option, back against the wall. Mike McCarthy coaching for his coaching life right now, back against the wall. Zim pretty much in the same boat. All the coaches in the same boat. So everybody, for the most part right now, is coaching and playing with their backs against the wall. I believe my brother Jay Tuck said it, the last dance, right? The only difference is we haven't won anything. We haven't won jack. They were coming off of 2 championships in a row. We're coming off of 3 years in a row of 12-5 and playoff shortcomings, right? But, and I get it though, right? I definitely understand the thought. I understand, well, hey, we haven't won, so we got to change some things up. So who else should be back against the wall? See, it doesn't work that way. See, if your GM owner, if you ain't back against the wall, how can you expect these guys to go out there back against the wall and perform the way they're supposed to? Now, don't get me mistaken. I think all of these guys can perform. They're all pros. You put your all pros, your dogs, your leaders, you put those guys with their back against the wall. But you're not GMing for your life. You're not putting your GM title up for that year. So these guys are young. These guys, some of these guys weren't even alive when you last won a Super Bowl. Dak might have been an infant. Dak might, or infant or a toddler. Cee Dee wasn't alive. Micah wasn't alive. Why the hell they playing with their back against the wall like it's their fault? You should be GMing every year with your back against the wall. It's been 30 damn years. How about you throw your hat in there? How about you put your title on the line? We just watched WrestleMania, right? We just watched that. So if things don't go according to plan, right? And this is talking to Jerry, front office, anybody. 105.3 The Fan, since y'all snitches over there and y'all blocking people, this is talking to y'all too. Since y'all helping the cause, yeah, I'm going to call y'all out. Y'all helping the cause. Y'all been doing the dirty work for this organization for a long time. Some of you guys, not all. Some of y'all know exactly what y'all are doing. This is what Dez is talking about over there. You know, you try and make certain things happen. You try and make people look disgruntled. You try and make them look crazy. You try and make them look like troublemakers. That's what y'all been doing. That's what y'all are doing right now. Prove me wrong if that's not what you're doing. Prove me wrong. Prove a lot of us wrong. I get it though. You know, it's slow times and we got to find things to talk about. But that's beside the point. When are y'all flagship stations, since y'all don't report to the team, when are y'all going to ask about the GM?
Don't find that
besides
suspicious.
Brian, because I've seen Brian Broaddus do it. When are y'all going to say, well, look, hey, when are y'all going to ask why Why aren't you having the same urgency as these guys, right? Why isn't the urgency there for you? We know why, because you own the team. But that's not good enough if it's about winning. If it's about winning, you're failing at your job. You're failing. This is why I say you're failing. Has nothing to do with the talent that you provide. Well, it does have some. I mean, because you do get talent. I'm not saying that the Cowboys don't draft good talent. They don't get undrafted free agents. The thing that I argue about them is there's something about this middle of the roster that they're not attacking the right way. And last year, I don't think coaching, I do think coaching was a problem. I do think coaching was a problem. I don't think your players as much were a problem, but that 2023 class that was drafted in here, that was a problem. I personally believe getting nothing from that class is exactly why we fell short last year. And I say that because we were not as aggressive with that class as we should have been. We didn't have the urgency that we're going to have this year, last year, when you should always have urgency, especially when you haven't won in 30 years. You should always have the urgency. Every time we go in thinking we have a great roster coming back and we're just trying to get depth, that's where the Cowboys have their pitfall. You guys should be on the hot seat this year as well with these guys. You guys, you front office, Will, Steven, Jerry. Jerry is the only one out of those three that has won something for real. You know what I'm saying? Steven, bro, you ain't had nothing to do with it, bro. Let's just keep it 100. You were your father's son. You were your father's son. You were young. You ain't had nothing to do with nothing, bro. You had nothing to do with nothing. All you get credit for is trying to jack your father up because he tried to sign Dion, which worked, by the way. I'll repeat again, which worked, by the way. That's what you get credit for. Will hasn't won anything. We like to give Will his credit for things when they're going well. Last year's class was atrocious. We heard you. We heard you with the Mozzie pick, bro. That was you, Will. You convinced everybody that Mozzie's the pick. So you get some blame here. That doesn't go to say that Mozzie won't get better. But we got 0 out of that 2023 class. And that, my friends, is why we fell short. It wasn't the trade moves. The trade moves were good. I thought Gilmore and Cooks, bringing them in, I think that they helped. And I think that proves the point that we probably need to do more things like that. I think we got more out of it. We got way more out of them than we got out of the draft class, out of the whole draft class. We got way more out of those two moves. You can't count them as draft. They're not part of the draft because you didn't even re-up on Gilmore yet. So you can't count them. You can't count that. The only thing I'm going to say is, guys, the thing that I missed yesterday when I was talking about Dak is everybody's job is on the line but y'all's. When in actuality, y'all have been failing for 30 years. You've been failing for 30 years. You've been a laughingstock for 30 years. Not from your pockets, but from a winning aspect. You've been a laughingstock. I don't know how you shake it, but I do think put your title on the line, bro. Put your title on the line with these guys. I know you don't have to do it, but that's the only thing missing from all of this, right? We talking about all in. And I get it. I know you didn't mean it that way, but as a GM, you should always feel that way. You should always feel that way about what you're doing. That urgency ain't showing. It's just not. Appreciate y'all for stopping by, man. Just wanted to give y'all something in the morning, something to think about. Saw Dez going off, and I wanted to kind of add on to that. But I appreciate y'all, man. We out. Salute. Peace.